Life is weird.
Super weird.
So, what did we decide to do with our fascination for the strange and unusual?
We made a podcast about it. This is Weirdify. Now,
let's get weird. Welcome to Weirdify.
Welcome to Weirdify. Welcome to a very dark weird fort.
It's very dark.
I didn't realize how much light the twinkle lights gave off.
It's
until now we're sitting in the dark and I can't really see your face.
Yeah.
It's different.
We have some fairy lights in, I guess it's like the roof of our weirder fort.
Yeah, it has a roof. It's a roof.
And they're just like little battery operated fairy lights and the batteries aren't operating.
Yeah.
So
and we can't scrounge up some, so
we looked in remotes and things of that essence and they're all too small. So we sit here in the dark.
It's okay. I'm glad we're not doing a spoopy episode because that would be spoopy.
It would be extra spoopy. I noticed like we never introduce ourselves. So
anymore. We used to.
I know.
It wasn't
I'm Amanda.
Anymore. I'm Hayley.
And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I was like, the other podcasts I listen to, they always introduce themselves. And it's like your first time tuning in, maybe it's easy to tell who's talking.
Maybe, or it's really difficult because I've had multiple people say that we sound very similar, which I don't think is true, but that's my own, whatever.
I feel like, though, when you don't have faces, I mean...
Wow, that got really dark. Darker than the Weirdify.
What I meant by that is when you're just going off of voices and no faces. I feel like we're both women and we're both higher pitched.
Yeah, we both are on like a very similar tone.
I could see it.
Speaking.
I mean, I don't just because I don't, but like I could see how maybe if it's your first time or like my favorite murder when I started listening to them, it took me a minute to differentiate their voices. And now it's like why was that hard?
Yeah.
Your ear kind of like becomes accustomed to the different voices. Anyways, blah. All right. Yeah. Boring.
Very. Amanda, you can tell the difference. Amanda usually cusses and screams a lot more than I do. And I'm usually the one singing random stuff.
That is so true. I'm usually a lot more opinionated as well.
Yes.
A lot of the opinions get edited out because I am in the editing... I was going to say room. It's not a room. It's just my computer.
You're sitting in a room? Oh, no, you just take it with you wherever you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not confined to a room.
My editing coffee shop, my editing hotel room, my editing living room.
Her editing insert area here. Backyard.
Oh, my God. Anyways, sometimes I'm like, God damn it, I just need to shut the fuck up.
It's your podcast. You can do whatever you want.
And there I am cussing with an opinion.
Exactly.
See, it's so fitting.
It's just who you are. It's fine.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Just fine?
Yeah. I'm not bad fine. I'm just
fine.
Yeah.
All right. You're great.
Yeah, I have no complaints. Okay, I spent yesterday, we went to Costco and then I made focaccia bread for my mom's friend's birthday. Focaccia bread. I actually want to show you a photo because I made it super late. My mom forgot to tell me that this weekend was the weekend of her friend's birthday.
Okay.
And so she forgot to remind me to make focaccia bread. And so she luckily has a whole bunch of herbs and whatever. And so I did like the floral thing with like what I could scrounge up. So that was it before it got baked. But look at how cool it looks after it got baked. Isn't that so cool? And I asked my mom, and I made it,
Hayley.
I know, it's so pretty, right?
Hayley.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God, you are Pinterest.
I try so hard.
You succeed so eloquently.
And so I made the focaccia bread. I didn't have enough regular olive oil, and so I made it with like a garlic infused olive oil. So the only regular olive oil I used was like the little tiny drizzle of it on top before we baked it.
Okay.
And I asked my mom, I was like, how was it with like the garlic infused olive oil? She was like, oh my God. And she's like, and with the veggies, she's like, do it the exact same way because I'm supposed to make one for Easter over at like my aunt's house. So anyway, yeah, that's what I did yesterday. And then I just slept. Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. I went to bed at like 8:30.
Awesome.
I've been doing that. So I can't for the life of me stay awake.
I mean, I understand. Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Alex and I woke up, and the last trip that I went on for work, I worked with a flight attendant who was just so wonderful in every way. We just got along so well. We had so much conversation and just like
Guy? Doesn't matter, but I'm just curious.
It was a girl.
Okay.
I mean, there's like nobody that I can pinpoint that I'm like, I really wouldn't want to work with them again. Mm-hmm. But she was just amazing.
She left an impression.
We just vibed, right?
Right.
And anyways, I had like some extra uniform pieces that I haven't worn yet. And like, you know me, I just like run hot. So they're long sleeves. And I was telling her, anyway, she was like, I'm going to come over and pick them up from you. She went to the St. Patty's Day parade in Hillcrest yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, she's going to come over at some point. Alex and I went to the grocery store. And Alex and I have been trying out like really cheap wines, like $5 bottles.
Sure. Sometimes you can find some great wine.
Oh, yeah. Alex bought 2 bottles of wine from Trader Joe's, each for like $5 each. One of them is not my fave, but the other one is a great bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, let's get like a couple of those bottles. And then we were like, let's like each pick out one that we both want too. Mm-hmm. And when we checked out, we had 4 bottles of wine. He bought like a big special type of beer that was like a Pilsner and a porter, I think, mixed together. Mm-hmm. And then I bought a 6-pack of their hard seltzers because Trader Joe's hard seltzers are the best. Shell House. Oh my God, they're so good. And when we checked out, the girl was like, oh, are you guys celebrating something? And I was like, we bought enough alcohol that Trader Joe's thinks we're celebrating. I was like, no.
No, Becky, it's just Saturday and we're happy to be alive, okay?
That's what I said. I was like, we're just celebrating life. I was like, I'm home for 5 days, and that is cause for celebration.
It is.
And she was like, oh, does it not normally work out like that? I was like, it just depends, but I'm loading up on some bottles of wine. And then we worked on a puzzle that we are missing a piece of. And
they've now brought me into their drama, I'll call it, their novella, this missing puzzle piece. And this puzzle is so cool.
It's very cool.
It's made of wood, and it's Tour de France themed.
Like Pinocchio.
Yeah, it's like Pinocchio. And it has all these cool shaped pieces. And
they're all like France/bicycle. So there's like little bicycle mitts. There's people riding bicycles.
There's Eiffel Towers.
There's grapes. There's champagne flutes. There's bottles of champagne. Cute. Like everything you could like think of that would be a puzzle piece. It's so cool.
Yeah. And so they were like, let me tell you about this puzzle. And I was like, that's so cool. Why is there a missing piece? And I thought they were just going to rope me into like helping crawl on the floor and look for like a missing piece with them. And they're like
so messed up. And they're over and hang out. And here, can you get your knees all dusty?
No. But yeah. So anyway, here's hoping that the piece comes to fruition somehow.
I hope so deeply.
Yeah, I really do. Amanda has really bad OCD for the most part. I don't know if you want me to share that, but I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell everybody.
I'm sure we've mentioned it. I haven't slept since we couldn't find the piece. I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh, that's really bad. I don't think I've ever experienced that bad.
I was like a little bit upset. Like, I know that sounds maybe silly.
No,
but
I get it. It's frustrating.
You do a puzzle, and it's like the classic thing of like, oh, you're missing a piece. And Alex and I are like, no, like it fell off because there was a couple pieces that had fallen off, and we were definitely making sure to like bring them up on the table. But we lifted up the furniture. I mean, we looked through everything. Piece does not live in the Mejia house. Don't know where the piece lives. Don't know where it resides, but it is not here. And it's like you get so excited because you're almost done with your puzzle, and then you just like develop an eye twitch for half an hour.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm going to bed.
It's like how they say with choir kids, where you like there's like a scale of keys, and you don't finish it, so it's just like ah. And you're like, no, there's one more note there. It's just, you're uncomfortable. And you feel like everything is incomplete.
Yeah, that's how it feels. But now you're here, so everything is complete.
But you're still missing a puzzle piece.
You're the piece.
Maybe I'm the puzzle piece. We can just squish me tiny, tiny little bit and just squish me in between the wine glasses and the champagne flutes. And
you make yourself look like a Tour de France old bicycle poster.
I'll certainly try.
Also, probably like half an inch by half an inch.
I will certainly try.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
you are welcome. I make sacrifices for those I care about most. I will do what I can.
I love that for us.
I love it.
Well, shall we get into the nitty gritty?
Yeah, it's not so nitty. It's not so gritty.
Right, I know.
We're not connected to this one. It could have been, I feel like it, okay, we're going to go in with a much more positive attitude. I'm shaking my negative outlook on this topic.
Yeah. But this is part of what I love about like what we do here, because it's like some topics you just think are going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
And then other topics, like I don't have very high hopes for, and then they end up being some of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I suggested this topic, and I just thought, oh my God, there's so much potential. And there is, but
it was hard. It was hard, and I was like,
yeah. And I feel like it's not my best work.
Same.
But like I really tried as hard as I could do for any of the other ones, but I just feel like there's like something missing. And I even tried to like make it personal, like you'll see. But anyway, should we tell the people what we're doing?
Yeah, this week we're covering weird laws.
Yes. And here we go.
So, okay, I guess we'll just dive into it, right?
I think I go first, right?
The Band-Aid. I don't think so. I think I go first because I ended
you did
with
cod pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Why did I just, wow.
It's okay. It happens. There's a lot of episodes. There's a lot of back and forth. It's fine.
And then now that like we're on,
do you want to go first?
No.
That'll probably be like I can't be missing a puzzle piece, and then we're alternating our like who starts. That's not gonna work.
No,
for me.
You're totally right. You were cod pieces last. Ay.
I will say that was probably one of my favorite ones.
Cod pieces,
date. The fashion one.
Oh yeah,
it was. I was listening to it in my office, and I was legitimately laughing out loud. Like I was like, "We're so funny. We're so funny." I literally was laughing, and it was just great.
Anyway. Okay. I think I have some funny little quips. You are fucking funny.
Thank you.
And when I was working in the office, and like my office would turn on our podcast every time it went live, which was just so fun, you know, my old boss would just laugh so hard at you. Like she just was like, your friend is so happy, fucking funny. And then recently I was with my mom, and we were listening. I don't want to say behind, because it's like people are like, I'm so behind on Weirdify. Like they owe it to me to like listen. And it's like, it's fine. You know, you don't have to listen. Like just listen when you can, whatever. But anyways, she was on the alcohol episode. And that episode is
I was on a good one that night. I was on
pure gold.
I was on a good one.
We were both laughing so hard. She's like, Hayley's so funny. I was like, I know. I'm telling you, man. Like Pina Colada, Tequila Sunrise. I mean, we were just like almost in stitches.
I use humor to go through a lot of things, like to process a lot of things. And it just makes my heart so happy that people actually think I'm funny, because I personally think I'm hilarious.
You are.
But I feel like everyone thinks they're hilarious, and it's not like, oh my God, I'm so funny. It's like,
no, you are.
Thank you.
You are.
That's a huge compliment.
Funny.
I really, really like it.
And I love documenting your humor because I can.
I do too.
Back.
Because then I can prove to people, be like, look, no, see, I'm so funny.
I'm so funny.
I'm like,
I have
so
proof. I have tangible proof.
Yeah,
I can't touch it, but you can listen to it.
Yeah, your ear holes will thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you to your mom, and thank you to your old boss who laughed at me, because I do think I'm fairly funny. That sounds super like stuck up or whatever, but I just
no, you are hilarious.
Thank you. I have some diamonds.
Oh yes, you do
on occasion.
Diamonds in the rough.
Yeah,
it's not always rough, but there's a lot of diamonds. Anyways, all right, please.
I want that on a shirt. Diamond in the rough. It's not always rough. There's always diamonds. Period. And what was the one from last episode? Lotta ricotta?
Lotta ricotta.
Lotta ricotta.
A lot of ricotta.
Usually I'm about lotta ricotta,
but that ricotta was...
That was a lot of ricotta.
To a lotta.
To a lotta. All right, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here in the USA, we have a lot of things that are super weird, but what about something that you could actually go to jail for? As a law-abiding citizen myself, I have always been the type of person to walk the extra distance to a crosswalk versus jaywalking, or throwing my litter in a trash can versus out my car window.
She's such a good girl.
I try. Some I'm funny and I'm law-abiding. Those are my two selling points, man.
She's a real winner, folks.
Some laws are there to save your life and others, but some laws in this country are downright weird. This week, I am bringing you a good old grab bag of a bunch of weird laws from around our fine country, and these all specifically have to do with one of everyone's favorite things, food.
Yay. Okay, hold on. Just wanted to adjust.
It's so weird not being able to fully see your face. Like it's freaking me out. Not in like a scary way, but it's just like we're usually nice and illuminated, and there's not that.
I think it also definitely helps with the vibe of it all.
It does. Like I feel like we're in a dark little box.
Cave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this is a different aesthetic. But it's okay.
I can get a flashlight and put it on my face. That will help.
No, don't make it super spooky, and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I love your face, but I don't want to see with the flashlight on it.
Okay.
Okay. Good talk. Okay. Number 1. The debate about margarine versus butter is one that will probably continue for all time. Are you pro margarine or butter?
I guess butter, but I don't really care. We buy butter. But I've also had margarine. I don't have an opinion on the matter. Oh,
see, I'm like butter all the time because I can 100% believe that it is not butter.
Oh.
I can. I'm not a big margarine person. It's like a mayo or Miracle Whip.
Mm.
Are you mayo or Miracle Whip?
For as many opinions as I have, I don't have a lot on this topic.
Wow. We were just talking about how you have an opinion about everything. And you're like, I could actually go either way. It's fine. I'm totally...
I mean, we buy butter. Like, in this house, we don't buy margarine. But if I went somewhere and margarine is what's available, I would use margarine. Like, I don't care. Oh, she doesn't like that answer.
No, I'm just...
So much judge when your eyes squinted.
Sorry. I just have squinty eyes.
Uh-huh.
It's not judgment, just the way my face is. All right. So while some people actually prefer the taste of margarine, others just can't tolerate it at all. There is a Wisconsin law that no person at any state institution can be served a butter substitute, including inmates.
Oh my God.
Margarine came to the U.S. in the 1800s and was soon banned in several states as a way to protect the dairy industry. By the middle of the 1960s, Wisconsin was the only remaining state to ban margarine, and the ban remains active today. Unless they have a doctor's note, every student, patient, and inmate shall be served real butter. However, due to new health guidelines and tight budgets as the years have gone on, many entities have now found loopholes, and schools, hospitals, and some county jails now do serve a butter substitute, but they must have a notice posted stating that they are not in fact serving real butter.
Okay.
State prisons, though, do still serve the real stuff, so there's at least one perk to being incarcerated in the state of Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to talk about any more Wisconsin laws?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wisconsin's very serious about their dairy because I don't remember what it is because I didn't write about it, but there's something about a cheese law in Wisconsin.
You can't. I think I saw one where you can't fall asleep in a cheese factory.
Oh my God.
And I was like, all right,
that's like the only place I want to sleep in.
Cross that off of the bucket list because I can't do that. Darn, it was like top of the list.
Maybe you can in Oregon. Maybe we can fall asleep at like the Tillamook cheese factory. Or Tillamook Creamery.
Only if people feed me cheese.
I'll feed you cheese.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
I like this story.
I think it's probably safer than sneaking into Disneyland. There's no monorails in Oregon that I know of. Definitely not at Tillamook.
Yeah. No, cheese is safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have happy cows.
Perfect. I like happy cows. They say happy cows live in California. Is that a lie? Do they actually live in Oregon?
I don't think anybody's happy in California.
No, that's true.
Just kidding.
No.
But I do think that the cows are happier in Tillamook. What?
Yeah, I agree. Oh, no. You're just like, no one's happy in California. I was like, I mean, everyone in this weirdo fort's not happy in California, but it's fine. So technically everyone in this room is not.
I think I'm just over the prices of California.
I'm sorry. When I have a 9-gallon tank in my Prius, right?
Because 9 whole gallons.
9 whole gallons.
Wow.
It goes longer than a regular car would, right? Because it's a hybrid. Michael filled up my gas tank for 9 gallons of gas. I think he said it was $52.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And that's at Costco. Like, I go to Costco and I put premium in my car, and that's usually 20 cents more. And it's a full $1 up from when I filled up like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I was putting premium in my car for a while, and as the gas prices have gone up, I've stopped putting premium in my car.
I don't blame you, really.
And the last time I filled up my tank, it was $88.
And you're what, like a 13-gallon tank?
I think it's 15? Like 15 or 16, but the drive to and from LA is killing your girl's wallet.
Oh my God. I keep forgetting that you have to drive to LAX. Like, I know that you do.
Yeah.
But it, like, when I actually stop and pause and think about, no, Amanda has to drive her Subaru, which is super safe, but not the most efficient on gas. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Really sorry.
I choose this. you
didn't choose to get put in like LAX.
That's true. I have like found the sweet spot on the freeway. Like usually like
cruise control
69. Yeah. Oh, cruise control for sure. And usually like 69, 68, which
kills a part of your soul every time.
Really does. Especially like when I'm coming home. And there have been sometimes where I come home and I'm just like, fuck it. It's 78. We're going home. You know, it's like I can seriously watch the gas drop as I drive, and I'm just like,
oh, that's painful.
And it takes about a third of a tank to get there. So after 3 rounds, it's time for another fill up. Yeah, it's just it's
taxing
all of my
literally.
Paycheck to the gas.
I'm so
companies.
sorry I'm so sorry.
No, you know what? It's okay. That. It's okay. Don't be sorry.
It's temporary.
It is temporary.
It's not a forever thing.
That's right. Yeah. Get me the fuck out of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
No offense, but also that city is crazy.
Offense is what she's trying to say.
Is offensive.
No, she says no offense, but what she really means is like, please take all the offense.
No, I don't mean any offense to like Los Angeles.
Just everything about your city is not great. Because technically, like, I wouldn't even say that they have Disneyland because that's technically Orange County. It's a whole different...
absolutely Orange County.
So...
And you know what? There's 2-hour parking everywhere. I'm over it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's all completely valid stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Please continue on your laws. We went off on quite a little tangent there.
It's okay. It's okay. So, pickling a cucumber is a relatively easy process that Amanda knows and that I have been dying to try out. You simply take some firm cucumbers, pack them into a glass jar with a brine of boiled vinegar and salt water, and add in spices, and then let the pickles sit for a couple days in the refrigerator before eating. It doesn't seem like too complicated of a process, but the residents of Connecticut take it very seriously. They are most serious about what can be constituted as a pickle. They say that if a cucumber doesn't bounce, then it can't be called a pickle.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
In fact, one man was arrested and fined $500 for packing non-bouncing pickles.
How did they even know?
Which may not seem like such a serious offense to us, but it's quite a big deal in Connecticut.
Oh my God.
I did read that supposedly that was a myth, but this guy was in fact fined, so I don't think it's much of a myth to him.
Wow. That's crazy.
I love pickles. I am surprised that I have not pickled anything ever in my life. Yeah. I'm very surprised, and I've always wanted to. So I might just start making pickles because why not?
I mean, they're pretty easy.
I know.
All things considered.
I think it's about finding the good, like, the ratio of, like, what you pickle them in, though. Like, your range of spices and, like, how much of each thing to, like, I found...
I mean, there's going to be, like, tons of websites online and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I saved a TikTok recipe video.
For dill pickles?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it looked pretty good. I'm also going to be making my own granola because we bought, like, an ice cream-sized... just in case. An ice cream container.
I cannot see that.
You know, I don't know. You have way better vision than I do.
It's not supersonic. I'm not Superwoman.
Okay, well,
just in case.
All right. Yeah, we got like an ice cream size thing of acai to scoop and make our own like acai stuff, and I'm super particular. I really only like strawberries, granola, and honey in my acai bowl, and then the acai.
Yeah.
So we got that to make our own acai bowls, and so I was like, I want to make my own granola, and so I'm gonna heat up some like rolled oats and some butter with some brown sugar and some honey. If it's good, I'll bring you some.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's many great things about being friends with you.
But
when you bring food over.
Yeah, well, I swear food
or cook.
Yeah. Well, I love doing it for everybody. Like, my mom was like, thank you so much for making my friend focaccia. I was like, it was actually kind of fun. I haven't made it in a hot minute, so.
Great. Yeah. Well, maybe we should do that again.
Perfect.
Maybe not for Wednesday, but maybe for the next one. Maybe something like whenever. We can do focaccia again.
I can bring focaccia. I can make it.
Because I love it.
I'll see if I'll make it with the garlic oil too, like I did my mom's.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll put veggies on it. We can get veggies to put on it, but I'll make it the night before. That way it'll be sitting and rising, and then I'll bring over the dough.
No veggies is fine.
Okay. Good talk.
All right.
There are just some foods that seems wrong to eat with a fork and knife. Pizza, which I'm not going to lie, I am guilty of preferring eating it with a fork and a knife.
Me too, because of the like little gap in my teeth. I just like all the cheese just like
I forgot
separate.
You have a gap.
Well, not just like cheese.
It's between
like
your top and bottom
sandwiches.
teeth, right?
It's like,
it doesn't fully.
So like sandwiches and stuff just like pulls out because it doesn't like I just pull away.
You don't have a full contact.
Yeah. So I definitely prefer to eat with.
I do too. But...
Or I eat on this side.
Oh. My right side of my mouth's real strong.
Real strong.
It eats all the vegetables.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, pizza, corn on the cob, Twinkies, and absolutely fried chicken. And if you're ever in Gainesville, Georgia, it is actually a crime to eat fried chicken with a knife and a fork.
Oh my God.
One town in particular states that fried chicken can only be eaten using your fingers. It sounds like a ludicrous law, but it's real. According to the Gainesville Times, Ginny Dietrich was enjoying fried chicken for her 91st birthday, and she was arrested for using a fork.
Oh my God.
They did say that it turned out to be a prank, and she was pardoned by the mayor, but the law does in fact still exist.
Oh my God.
It was created in 1961, and it was meant as a joke to reinforce the fact that the city of Gainesville is the poultry capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't know.
Okay, yeah, me either.
This next one was just so ridiculous that I had to include it. In Fairbanks, Alaska, it is illegal to feed a moose any sort of alcoholic beverage. So if you were hoping to get some moose a little turnt, should you ever visit Alaska, you can go to jail, so better not.
Okay. I've seen a moose in person.
They're enormous! Mm-hmm. They're so... Oh my gosh, cartoons or something that I saw when I was a kid really... did not portray them accurately.
No, they're portrayed like horses.
They are,
and they're not.
Even the babies are the size of like normal horses. The females, and let alone the males, they're like the size of. Oh my God, they're huge. I would say like a building, but that's a little excessive. But it's pretty tall. They're humongous animals. Terrifying.
I saw a moose when I was in Idaho with Alex's family. Mm-hmm. They live by two lakes. It's kind of the same lake, but not really. Anyways, we were in the smaller lake, and we had, what do we have? Rafts, kayaks. And all of a sudden we kind of like hear rustling. It's like steep hills surrounding this lake.
Were you close to like the embankment, like the hills? Or?
Kind of. I mean, we're just kind of like in the middle of it.
You could hear the rustling, so
yeah, and like enough. We looked and like we saw like dirt, like, oh, something's like going on over there.
Yeah.
It was a fucking moose, and the moose got in the lake, and we were like swimming next to a moose.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like in whatever like vessel we were in,
yeah,
boat or kayak or whatever. But there was just like a moose in the lake, and we were like, "There's a fucking moose in the lake."
Was it a male? Did it have like the antlers? Oh, okay,
it was a female. We named her Rhonda.
Oh, Rhonda.
That's Rhonda. Yeah,
Rhonda.
Never seen her since, but I hope she's doing well.
You guys were fond of Rhonda?
We were. See, how do you?
I don't know. I'm quick on the draw. What can I say?
We were very fond of Rhonda.
Okay, number 5. Now, we can all appreciate how delicious garlic is. Whenever a recipe calls for it, I usually double the amount. Mm-hmm. But what is not so pleasant is the dragon breath that comes along after eating it.
Unless the person you are enjoying it with also ate that same amount of garlic. Then you're solid.
Then it cancels it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can make out till the sun comes up.
Yeah. Just don't be near people. So the people of Gary, Indiana have taken it to the next level. If you have eaten garlic in the past 4 hours, it is illegal to go into a movie theater or ride a public streetcar.
Stop.
I know.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
I know.
Hey, throw a breath mint on, throw a face mask on.
Yeah,
you'd be good.
Just put a bag over your head. It's fine.
Yeah. Cut out 2 little eye slits.
Yeah, perfect. It's awesome.
No one will know the wiser.
Yeah, no one will know.
Oh my God.
Okay, number 6. When I was younger, I remember my dad and I always going to church together on Sunday mornings, and then we had this tradition of stopping by the In-N-Out down the street afterward to get burgers, fries, and chocolate shakes. We would then park my dad's car at the nearest little airport and watch the planes take off and land while we ate lunch.
Aww.
It's actually a very fond memory of mine, but if we lived in St. Cloud, Minnesota, we wouldn't be able to experience it. There is a law that makes it illegal to eat hamburgers on Sundays. And honestly, my favorite meal of all time is a cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate shake. So the fact that I wouldn't be able to eat it, I don't like it. But I don't live in Minnesota for more reasons than just that, but that just adds to the list.
Yeah.
So there's a law that makes it illegal to eat hamburgers on Sundays. I'm assuming that it is meant for people who are going to like eating them at a restaurant or if you go through a drive-through, because it did mention like, you know, so we recommend making it in the privacy of your home. So I don't think they're going to like do a raid if they smell burgers like on your barbecue, but like,
well, because you can still cook meat, it sounds like, but maybe just like specifically the burger.
Yeah, I don't know, but you apparently can't eat them on Sundays.
Okay.
Number 7, New Jersey has a law where it is illegal to slurp soup.
See, that's so interesting because it's
like
culturally a compliment in other places. It's just so weird. You go from place to place and
I know.
You just have
it's
no
like
idea
night or day.
What is accepted and not. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know if I want to know.
Sorry. Sometimes my notes I have typos. This one's a good one. This one's a good one.
I want to know if ramen cunts. But I meant to say, I want to know if ramen counts. Oh my god.
If I noodle on that, I would just so.
Yeah, it's not just me. You're quick on the draw too. Yeah, so I want to know if ramen counts because I truly believe it's physically impossible to not eat ramen without slurping. Like you have to slurp, whether you're slurping the broth out of your little like soup spoon or if you're slurping the noodles, you have to slurp with ramen. And some soups, honestly, like there's a lot of soups that I slurp.
Well,
I'm a soup slurper. I'll add that to the list as well.
Yeah.
That was my last sentence. I was
and I'm sorry, where was that one again? It was the other one was
New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay.
Yeah. And I said, frankly, I always slurp soup at least a little bit, so I guess I'll avoid soup if ever I wind up in New Jersey.
Oh my gosh, nobody's gonna like arrest you, right? That's crazy.
No, these are the laws. Breaking the law. I'd feel like such a badass. I'd be like, ooh, come for me, police. I was like, come for me. Okay, number 8. In North Dakota, apparently they want to upset all Oktoberfest-loving folks because it is illegal to serve pretzels and beer at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking rude.
I know.
Not okay.
North Dakota.
North Dakota?
That's
wow.
I don't think... Okay, so I'm pretty sure the laptop that I now use that was Michael's is no longer functioning. It now has like the thing where it will not work if it's not plugged in.
Oh,
kind of like your old laptop. I swear the O doesn't work because it'll put too many O's or it won't put an O. Ramen cunts. as Exhibit A. So I always have quite a time. I try to see past it and just kind of like, oh, this is obviously what this word was supposed to be, but sometimes I just can't. Like North Dakota.
Hey, you know what? We're doing the best we can, people.
We are the best we can. Okay, number 9. Now
How many do you have?
I have 10.
Oh, okay.
Calm down.
I'm asking.
10 seemed like a good number. 5 was too short.
Yeah, okay. I know that.
Okay.
Oh my god. It wasn't asking because god. I was like, when are you done?
Fine.
Oh my
just
god.
yawn, okay?
I just was curious.
It's fine. I didn't take it in a bad way. Now I know that whoa. Try again. Now I know that you and I love a good thrifty moment. Getting something for a steal of a price or even for free is the best feeling ever. Well, when it comes to my food, I'm willing to pay the money for freshness.
Are you okay?
I don't think so. I think I'm having a moment. But if you're looking to have a meal where the main ingredient is free, then look no further than Tennessee. This isn't a law, but I find it almost more strange the fact that it's legal. In Tennessee, you can gather and consume roadkill as much as you'd like.
Oh my god.
And this just does something to me and not in a good way. My dad took me to this, I think it was up in the mountains somewhere. It was like this little podunky like diner thing. I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's
fine. And they had like
a
a picture and it was like the roadkill diner. It was like you bring it I don't know, you bring it and we'll cook it or something like that. But it was like a joke. And I remember like I was eating my food and I couldn't finish because it put me off so much. So I was reading this. I was like, ugh.
Oh God. Well, just also, I mean, why? Like,
just my question. I have the exact same worries and questions and gag reflex.
Like, are you just gonna like pick up the like possum with a spatula that's been baking out in the sun for like 8 hours.
Extra crispy.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross. Even I grossed myself out saying that. Yeah.
So gross. I'm so gonna puke.
Don't do it. Please don't, because that'll make me puke. People puking makes me puke.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it in.
Swallow it like a winner.
Fuck you. Oh my God.
Okay.
That was awful.
I know. It's okay. This one's better.
Okay.
All
right.
Okay. So our 10th and final law comes from my future home state of Texas. There it is illegal for someone to milk another person's cow.
All right.
Not only it is illegal, but you are actually considered a dairy thief.
Oh.
So if you're in Texas and itching to milk someone's cow, just keep on moving. I didn't do too many puns, but the ones that I did do, I was very happy with.
I like them.
Now, I hope this was educational, and hopefully you gained some new insight that may even help you if your flight attendant travels bringing you to these different cities.
Thank you. Well, if I'm in Texas, I'll make sure to
Don't be milking nobody's.
Won't be milking anybody's
Don't
cow.
be milking nobody's cow.
I will make sure to just eat the chicken. I'm not going to eat with my hands in Tennessee.
Yep.
No, Georgia.
Georgia. Yep.
There's a lot of states.
In Tennessee, you could hit a chicken, and then they could cook it for you.
No,
I don't want it.
And then I'll bring it to
I don't want your roadkill chicken.
Where I have to eat it with my fingers.
Yes.
And I won't share with you in New Jersey.
Anywhere in New Jersey. Yeah, there are some weird food ones, like the cheese factory one. Mm-hmm. There was another one where it was like you're not allowed to drink and ride a horse. I was like, well, that seems pretty like standard. It's like you're not supposed to drink and ride a bike.
Yeah. Alex, are you listening?
Alex.
Staring intently in the microphone as if this is Alex.
Alex. Not to say that Alex drinks and rides a bicycle.
Never. No, he's never done that once. Ever.
But yeah, so those were all of my weird laws.
I love that. I also love the take that you did, because the take that I did.
Take as in like theme? Like it was all foodish?
Well, like you did America.
Oh, and you did not America. Mm-hmm. See, I was like, it's so weird how it always works out this way.
So great.
It always works out. Like what I don't bring to the table, Amanda usually does with her stuff, and vice versa.
Okay.
Tell us what you've got for us today.
I will tell you what I have for us today. That's
all I got.
All right. All right. When I started my research for weird laws, I had this memory from when I was little reading a whole book on weird laws, and it was a picture book, and each page told you a different random law here in the States.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't specifically remember any of the laws, I mean, naturally, but some of what I looked up reminded me a lot of this book, like not being able to eat, chicken with a fork and knife or something like that. And I remember one about, like, walking your alligator. Like, you can't walk your alligator on the third Tuesday of the month.
Oh,
in, like,
I feel like I remember
Maine
that, too.
Or something like that. Like, it's not weird. Maine. It's not that. It's just, like, that gist of it.
So weird.
So I decided that since there's already a whole book on weird laws here in the U.S., that I would look up weird laws from other countries.
So fun.
And specifically, countries that I have been to and countries that I want to go to. So I picked 3 of each. Well, I've only been to 3 other countries in the U.S., so that was easy.
You mean states? Countries.
Countries.
In the world.
In the world.
You said 3 other countries in the U.S.
I've only been to 3 other countries than America.
Outside of America.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was easy.
Got it.
Also, like, I don't have a theme. It's just...
That's okay. You don't always need a theme. Your theme is that these are outside the United States.
That's true. I just looked up laws that made me laugh and talked about the ones that I liked. So here's another grab bag.
Awesome.
So I'm starting with countries that I've been to, and even better, starting with the one we went to together.
Oh!
Germany.
Where you're not allowed... Oh, no, that's in a United States. A United State.
What?
I was going to say where you're not allowed to eat pretzels and beer at the same time. I was like, oh, wait, no, never mind. You
that
can absolutely do that in Germany.
People would riot.
People would. They'd be rioting in the streets.
Yeah, so Germany. We had a great time there.
It was a time. It was a time.
It was a time. I really, I remember having a great time, but I remember getting sick.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely
I remember you getting sick.
Asterisk on my, 48 hours of Germany things coming out both ends. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, and the bread.
Oh, the bread. The bread in Germany.
He's so good.
He's superior.
Anyways. So in addition to the singing and the shopping that we did, I also remember driving on the Autobahn.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think I shit my pants. I can't be sure, but I think we were on the Autobahn.
There were many places where you probably shit your pants on that trip, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sweet little baby Peeves.
I was
just shitting and barfing the entire way through Germany. Yeah, poor thing. Yeah. I shouldn't laugh, but...
No, it's been long enough. It's fine. But I remember that we were on our tour bus when whatever was wrong started kicking in, and I was like, oh, I think I'm just car sick. So I went and sat at the front of the bus with... Was his name Christoph? Christoph! And I puked, and it didn't only come out of my mouth. It very much also came out of my ass.
I feel like you just came out and told me this, actually within the past few years.
That I shit myself.
That you shat yourself at the same time. Because I knew you were getting sick, like you were barfing. But I didn't realize that you had also shat your pants. And that made me feel so much worse for you.
And then I sat in it.
Yeah. You had to sit for the hour
and just act like nothing happened. Because also so there's a thing too of I'm a senior in high school and I'm with my choir friends and I'm hey guys, can we pull over? I shit my pants.
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad.
No, but what I felt bad for was because I could smell it and I knew Christoph could smell it next to me.
Christoph was a trooper. We had him when we went to Italy the year before too, and he was just great. So I'm not surprised that he was super
I am 99% sure that was on the Autobahn. Anyways.
Oh, poor man. So sad.
All right, moving on.
Moving forward.
It's pretty openly known that there is no speed limit, which I wish that bus driver that night had really put the pedal to the metal for very selfishly since I was shitting in my sit. But I digress. Did you know that it's also illegal to run out of gas while driving on the Autobahn?
Oh.
And that you'll actually be fined if you do because it is considered preventable. You also can't stop or park either unless your car is actually breaking down. But in Germany, there is very strict regulations on your car maintenance, so it doesn't seem to happen that often. There's even emergency lanes, but you are not allowed to pull into them. They're for true emergencies, if your car is legit breaking down. You won't even get pulled over on the Autobahn. You'll get pulled over once you're off if you're getting pulled over for something. And it's just safety. Everybody's going really fast. Yeah. So it's just no,
Makes
you don't
sense.
need to be pulled over there.
Mm-hmm.
Another law in Germany is one that I just love and wish that my neighborhood would adopt. Sundays and holidays are considered days of rest, and the noise that you're allowed to make is basically nothing. You can't make noise loud enough to disrupt anybody around you. You can't play your music loud. You can't even mow your lawn. So save your hammering for Saturday. All right, the next country is Mexico, and this one is for Alex. It is illegal to ride a bike and take 1 foot off the pedal. Oh! You aren't even allowed to take a foot off if you're waiting to cross the street. Both feet must be on the pedals at all times.
How do you do that? You
just balance, yeah. So my next sentence is whenever we ride, he'll always try to balance as long as he can. While we're waiting to cross the street until he has to put a foot down. But there's people that are really good at it, and people that have the clip-in bike shoes and stuff, they just get really good at it so you don't have to unclip and clip. But this takes it to another level because if you don't stay balanced, you're breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Wow, that's fascinating. Wow.
Right? Okay, next up, Canada, where it gets cold, cold.
Oh, yeah, you went up to... That's right.
I did go to Canada, yeah. It was so pretty.
Yeah.
We went to this little town called Nelson.
Little town.
It's a quiet village. Yeah, we went to this. I don't remember the town that we stayed in. I feel like it might have also been Nelson, but I know we went into Nelson. And we went to a thrift store there. And I found, I can even show you. It's just a corduroy fun, bag. And I was like, oh, this could be good for traveling or something. And I asked the cashier, I was like, oh, I have American dollars. Like, can I give you a few American dollars for it? And he was like, you know what? It's fine. Just take it. And next time you're here, just like pay it forward.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, what the is so nice. So I got like a free little, I mean, if I'm ever in Nelson, I will pay it forward.
Sure.
But I don't know that I see myself going back to Nelson for any reason. But anyways, yes, I have been to Canada. It was lovely. I mean, it's a lot like the Pacific Northwest where you're just like surrounded by trees.
Yeah, because you're on like the western side of Canada, right? Yeah. I've only been to right past the New York side.
Okay.
Where there's all the tourists. There's like a Madame Tussauds like wax museum there and like games. It's very like, imagine Hollywood Boulevard. Where there's all like the tourist traps. It's very much like that. And then we also rode the Maid of the Mist and did the Niagara Falls thing. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, but we were on like obviously the eastern New York side of Canada.
Our trip was far from tourism. It was like not a single tourist. We were it.
That's cool.
So yeah, it was super chill. Okay, so Canada, where it gets cold, 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 and when it snows, one might want to play in the snow and perhaps build a snowman. But if you live in Surrey, don't get carried away because there is a law that makes it illegal to build a snowman over 30 inches, which is only 2.5 feet if you live on a street corner.
Oh, for safety? So you can like see around the corner?
But yeah, you can't build it over 30 inches.
I built like a 5-6 foot one when I was in Idaho, so that makes me really sad.
Yeah.
Like the tiny little...
You gotta go somewhere else to build
a little tiny snowman.
You want to build a tiny snowman? Only 30 inches. Let's not get carried away because we'll go to jail.
The end.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
All right, so those are the countries I've been to. Let's look at the countries I want to go to. Okay. And you've been to Italy, but I want to go to Italy.
Amazing.
Where apparently, if your shoes are too noisy, you can get arrested. If you are going to the beach in Capri, make sure that your shoes are silent. We all know about the flip-flops that squeak and eek with every step that you take. Well, leave those shoes at home and bring socks or something because there is actually a couple that got arrested for their noisy beach sandals.
Wow.
And on the beach laws, there is a coastal town in Cirolo that has made it illegal to place a towel on the sand as a spot saver. So show up together or just hope your spot is still there. All right, next up, Japan. This is probably the most random and the harshest punishment, but you can be sent to jail for up to 5 years and fined almost $5,000 for putting ice cream in mailboxes.
Oh, darn.
So don't do it.
Because that's the first thing that I was going to do. When I go to Japan, I'd be like, wait, babe, we have to stop. Put ice cream in these people's mailboxes.
Right. And before...
Why? Do people do that?
I don't know. But there was...
so weird.
Blah, 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 blah.
There's a law against it. It has to happen often.
There was a mailman who got arrested for doing just that. So, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's, top of my list. Second is, like, Tokyo Disney.
Yeah, you know.
Right. Of course. And then lastly, Australia. So there's a couple of funny laws here. First off, you can't have more than 50 kilograms or 110 pounds of potatoes. And I read this in so many places. I couldn't find out why, but the law's been around since 1946. And if police think that you have more than the legal limit of potatoes, they can pull you over and search you. And if they find more than 50 kilograms, you can be fined or put in jail.
Because they're not native to Australia and they're scared they're going to root. Maybe? I don't know.
No idea.
Because
you could have 49 kilograms.
Yeah.
And be okay. So don't push it, guys. Don't push it with your taters. And then lastly, and this is another noise law that I wish was adapted here as well, but in Melbourne, they have specific times that you can vacuum your house. And it's like a bigger span of noise, but vacuuming is like kind of the rule. 8 a.m. on a Saturday and you want to get the house cleaned? Nope. 11 p.m. on a Tuesday and you get the cleaning bug? Nope. It is against the law to vacuum between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. on weekdays. And I just would like to add that Germany and Australia sound like lovely, quiet places to live.
Yeah, they do. Wow.
And those are all of my weird laws.
So fascinating. I'm so glad you did outside of the U.S.
Right? It's perfect.
Yeah.
We're always like the yin to the yang.
Yes,
it's great.
That's very
great.
True.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us for Weird Laws. That was quite a world adventure.
It was something.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It usually never is, but...
Right, totally. Yeah, but when I was doing this one, I was like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I can do better, but I'm also like, how?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It was kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel.
It was.
I feel like.
And
it was
like
hard.
I said, like, went into it with high hopes, but then I was like, But it was relatively easy to put together, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I started my research last night.
Not like
this
Colts,
morning. Yeah.
where I was like,
where you're like, let me write a book report that's 17 pages long.
Exactly. If you have ever broken a weird law, or you know of anybody who has,
or you live in a country or a place that has just the weirdest law where you're like, I wish this wasn't a thing. I really want to put ice cream in people's mailbox.
Yeah, or I just can't help myself. I have to eat my fried chicken with a fork.
I can't. I have to. I can't eat it with my fingers.
Yeah. Write into us.
Write in.
At weirdifypodcast@gmail.com, or you can do something else. She buffered hard.
You can go to our website, www.
Oh my God.
Weirdify Podcast.
This is 1997. We have time jumped.
Oh my God.
http://2//www.
Sweet Jesus. Weirdifypodcast.com.
That's the one. Make contact.
Yeah, on our Make Contact tab.
Tell us your shit there.
Send us all the stuff.
And if you have any topic suggestions, which we would really love, people.
Oh, I know.
We're running out of ideas. I hate to say it, but we are reaching.
We'll think of some, but it's
please tell us if you have any suggestions.
Yeah.
Please. Even if you think it's not that great, it's probably great.
We can make it great.
Yeah. It's a group effort.
Yep, totally. Tag team.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter.
And
I think that's it. At Weirdify Podcast.
That's the one. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm so hungry.
I am too.
We're going to make pancakes.
Yes, we are.
We're going to go and do that.
Yeah, you guys can be jealous.
Yes.
And I'm going to enjoy it with a fork and knife. Because...
Oh, me too. Maybe I'll do it with just my hands.
That should be illegal. Ooh, a syrupy, flappy pancake.
Ooh, let's do it.
Fold it up like a taco.
Oh.
People do breakfast tacos with pancakes as the tortilla, so that is fair.
Yeah. I don't think I'll do that. But
that's okay.
I mean, we could. We have the fixins for that.
We'll figure it out.
I'm really looking forward to just a pancake.
Me too. All right, we're going to go eat pancakes. Hope everyone has a wonderful week.
Yes, and until next time,
keep
it weird.